Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today I have another tier ranking video for you that I'm actually really excited to get into. Today I will be tier ranking all of the Disney animated films that I have seen. I've seen a lot of these like in childhood, of course. However, in the last 5 years I have been rewatching as many as I could, and then this last month I just picked up the final ones that I hadn't seen in a long time or ever to create this tier ranking video for you. What I like to do with these tier ranking videos is just get right into it. I don't like to do any cuts, any edits. So without further ado, let me give the disclaimers and then we will get into it. For this video, I am not doing any Pixar films, okay? These are Disney original animated studios production videos, okay? I have plans for a Pixar video in the future, and this one is just not it, all right? This is strictly Disney. There are no sequels in this tier ranking list, except for Cinderella 2, Dreams Come True, one of the greatest movies of all time. And I went ahead and did Cinderella 3 because Cinderella is my favorite princess, always has been, always will be. And I couldn't, I just had to watch all 3 of her movies, okay? And then I also did watch the second Aladdin movie, Return of Jafar, because he's hot and I had to do it, okay? Final disclaimer, I'm sorry if I talk shit on your favorite classic childhood movie. I'm sorry if I put your favorite childhood classic movie into a bottom tier. This is my own opinion. I wholly recommend that you do this yourself, okay? I want to see your tier ranking. Please link me in them, tag me in them. I will watch your Disney animated tier ranking list video, especially if I talk smack on your favorite. Okay, this is strictly my opinion. All right, the best part of these videos is getting into the tiers. So let's talk about the tiers we have. The top tier we have, I'm booking a resort at Disney World right now. This movie was so good that if they had a themed resort at Disney World in Orlando, I'd be on the plane. The plane ticket has been bought already. Next tier is I fear I'm becoming a Disney adult. I definitely talk smack on Disney adults. I always have been. I probably always will. And I feel that way because I myself am not a Disney adult. However, this movie was good enough to turn me into a Disney adult, okay, if need be. And then the third tier, the mid tier we have here is maybe kids deserve rights. And full disclaimer, I believe children deserve rights, okay? Don't get my words twisted, it's just a joke. Maybe they were cooking up something nice for the kiddies and I appreciated it, all right? Next one under that, the kind of mid bottom tier, we have It's a Bad World After All. I kind of hate this tier. I feel like it's very weak. I really couldn't come up with anything else for a lower mid tier. So this is obviously a play on It's a Small World After All. It's a Bad World After All. This was not that good, okay? And then the worst tier, the bottom tier, the worst Disney movies that I watched in the last 5 years, all of these animated. There's over 61 of these, by the way. Or there is 61, not over 61. There's over 60. There's 61 films on this list. The bottom of the bottom is Walt would be rolling in his grave right now. Deserved. No explanation needed. All right, without further ado, let's get into it. I've been rambling, let's go. All right, first we have A Christmas Carol. I watched this in March, in the month of March, not Christmas time. I also am not a fan of the story. There's other Christmas stories I enjoy more. I would say maybe kids deserve rights. However, this one is really scary. It actually is kind of terrifying. I can't believe it's a kid's movie. I think it has, the message is fine. I think that every kid should watch an adaptation of this or at least read it to understand it. It is a good message. But once you've read it, once you've seen it, you don't need to keep revisiting it. Unless it's your fave, then all power to you. I would say maybe kids deserve rights because I feel like it should be seen and understood. All right. Next we have, a Goofy movie. This one is cute. I would definitely say I fear I'm becoming a Disney adult. It's not my favorite, but I really think it's very nostalgic. I think it's really goofy. I think it's funny, and I could see myself becoming a Disney adult over it, okay? Next we have Aladdin. Oh my god. Aladdin is so good, and I don't know if it's because Jasmine and Jafar are so insanely hot. I don't know what it is. I don't know what they had in the water at that time. Would I book an Aladdin resort? Okay, if Jafar was there, 100,000%. If Jasmine were there, I'd be way too intimidated. I don't think I could do it. I'm gonna say it's not the best of the best. So I'm gonna say that I'd become a Disney adult over Aladdin. Next we have Alice in Wonderland. I love the concept of Alice in Wonderland, but this movie actually isn't that good. I really think there's a lot of really good old adaptations of Alice in Wonderland. But I could become a Disney adult over it. It's got the aesthetic, it's got the feel, and that was a lot of people's first introduction to Alice in Wonderland. And I think that's kind of iconic. So I love the story. I'm gonna have to put it in Disney adult. even though I don't love it all that much. Like, I think I gave it like 3 stars, maybe 3.5. The Aristocats, ooh, you bet your bottom dollar I am booking that resort. I would be at that resort right now if there was an Aristocats resort, all right? No jokes there. Okay, next we have, what is this? Is this Atlantis? Oh, why are these pictures like so small? I think this one's Atlantis. I get this one and Treasure Planet mixed up. I just want to make sure that I can see Treasure Planet in here. And I can't, but I know it's in here somewhere. Oh, it's in alphabetical order, girl. Just think about that. Yes, okay. All right, so this is definitely Atlantis. Sorry you can't see it. Okay. It's good. Like, don't get me wrong. I love the main guy. I don't even know his name. He's very cute. But I love him to death. But it's like not my, like, I don't love it. I didn't grow up with it. So I'm gonna say maybe Kids Deserve Rights because it's fun. It's funny. It's hee hee ha ha, whatever. Okay, it's not the best. Bambi is actually so good. Like, actually so iconically, just fantastically made. Good story. I love all the characters in that. I think, no, I don't think it's good enough to book a resort, but I would become a Disney adult over it. Beauty and the Beast, yeah, I would book a Beauty and the Beast resort. It's not my favorite. Like, growing up, Beauty and the Beast was not my favorite. It actually gave me a lot of anxiety as a kid. But like as an adult, as someone who is a big reader nowadays, like I relate to Belle a lot, and also like the Beast, like don't get me started on how that makes me feel. I love that. Okay, and if this was a Beauty and the Beast resort, I would 100% recommend and ask that it just be the Beast. Like, I don't want to see the prince. I don't want to see the human. I just want the Beast there, all right? Big Hero 6. Oh my god. You guys are gonna hate me. Like, you guys are gonna really hate me. I was not a fan of this, okay? I found it to be kind of like in the barrel of like Disney slop. Like, it's not terrible, like don't get me wrong, it's not 0 stars, okay? Like, I can still appreciate it, and I think the animation looks really nice, but I really didn't care for it. Like, I don't think it's bad enough to say it's in the bad world after all, so I'm just gonna put it in the middle tier because I gave it like 3 stars, which is very middle tier, so we're gonna do that. Okay, this is the Black Cauldron. Yeah, am I not supposed to fall in love with the Black Cauldron? The Black Cauldron is so good. It's so fantastical. It's like a gothic movie. There's lots of like death in it as well, which is not actually very rare for a Disney movie. There's a lot of death in all these movies, I won't lie. But yeah, the Black Cauldron took me by surprise. I'd never seen it as a kid, and then I watched it for the first time this month, and it was so good. Next we have Bolt. No, it's a bad world after all with Bolt. I don't care. I don't care that Miley Cyrus is in it. I'm sorry, it's not that good. It's not good. Brother Bear, this one's cute. I would definitely say maybe Kids Deserve Rights with this one. Yeah, it's very middle tier for me. I didn't like grow up with it. It's not nostalgic to me, but I think it's cute, and it's very bright. Like, it feels like a very bright, nice day while you're watching the movie, and I like that. Chicken Little. Chicken Little. Ooh, I love this movie like so much, but I don't think it's as iconic as these movies. Like, I feel like it definitely deserves to be in this tier right here, but like personally, listen, would I book a Chicken Little resort at Disney World? No, I don't think I would, but I would become a Disney adult over Chicken Little. So okay, that answers that question. All right, Cinderella 2, Dreams Come True. This movie, y'all don't even know, okay? I had this on DVD as a kid. I didn't have the regular Cinderella as a DVD. I had Cinderella 2, Dreams Come True. This is like an anthology of like 3 Cinderella stories. It's so good, and the music is freaking banging, okay? Greatest soundtrack. Okay, I'm not gonna go there. Okay, Phil Collins is on some of these movies, but Cinderella 2, Dreams Come True is definitely very good. Cinderella 3, I barely remember it. I'm like searching my brain. For that reason, I'm going to say it's a bad world after all. What I remember of it isn't very good, okay? I believe that most of the Disney sequels were like direct to DVD anyway, like none of them had like a theatrical release, except for like Frozen 2, maybe. All right, Cinderella, the OG, yeah. The resort has been booked, okay? The plane ticket has been bought, and I'm in fact on the plane right now to the Cinderella Disney World Resort in Orlando, Florida, okay? No other, like, you guys don't even know, like the Cinderella collection I had growing up, insane. I would love to get my hands on that one day. All right, 101 Dalmatians is so good. Like, I love the humans in it. I love the dogs, of course. I love how each little puppy has like its own personality. I think that's so adorable. And Cruella de Vil, like, how could I not? Ooh, I'm gonna think about it. Okay, I'd say Disney adult. I don't think it's good enough to book a resort, but it's like there, like it's teetering. It's right there. Okay. Dinosaur. I'm gonna say it's a bad world after all, because I don't like it. I don't think it's that good. I didn't enjoy it. But like, I don't think it's enough for Walt to roll in his grave. I think he'd actually be very proud of this movie, because I believe this was Disney's first 3D animation movie after like Toy Story came out in like the late 90s and destroyed the animation game. So I think Dinosaur, he'd be pretty proud of it, and I don't think it's enough to make him roll in his grave, deservedly. Dumbo. Dumbo, oh my god. The thing is I think that Dumbo is a great movie, but I don't love it. I think that it's very nice and iconic, but I don't love it like that, so I'm gonna put it in the middle tier. Emperor's New Groove, low-key, I would book a resort for Emperor's New Groove. Like, that movie is so fun, and when I rewatched it, I forgot how good it actually is. Like, every scene, there's so much to it. Every character is so complex, and there's so many funny jokes. The movie is hilarious. Yeah, I'd book the Emperor's New Groove resort 100%. Okay, if it looks like I had to get up and run an errand really quickly, it's because I did. Let's get back into it. Next we have Encanto. I definitely really liked it. My problem with this movie is that Disney threw it down. Like, they did not do any marketing, any good marketing for this movie. I have very strong opinions about this actually, because I feel like this movie was better than movies like Frozen, but it did not get like the recognition that Disney gave Frozen. It deserved so much more marketing and merchandising and all of this stuff. I think that it really had a lot going for it, and Disney really dropped the ball on it. So I wouldn't become a Disney adult over it. So I'm gonna put it in the middle tier. I think it's a little higher than middle tier, but I wouldn't become a Disney adult over it for sure. Next we have Fantasia. Okay, low-key, I think I would book a Fantasia resort, because that sounds really freaking cool. I love the magic, I love the sorcery, like the whole movie is beautiful. The animation's gorgeous, the colors, like I love thinking about it so much. Like, I really could see myself even like hanging up art from Fantasia in my house because it's that good. So I think that that alone makes it into the top tier. All right, next we have The Fox and the Hound. Don't even look at me. This is probably the most depressing Disney movie. I would love to see which other one oh, okay, I see one that could take the cake on that. But Fox and the Hound, I wouldn't become a Disney adult over it. It's, ooh, well, actually, maybe I would, because it actually is that good now that I'm thinking about it even more. I wanted to put it in the middle tier, but I think that I will, yeah, all right, I'm putting it, and I fear I'm becoming a Disney adult, because Fox and the Hound actually is extremely iconic. Next we have Frozen. Don't even get me started. This movie feels weirdly nostalgic to me, even though it came out when I was like, I think I was an adult. I believe I was an adult when this came out. I believe I was over the age of 18. But like, looking back, like watching it today, I don't care for it, but I know how iconic it is as well. And I do love the two like sisters. Like, I really do love that dynamic. So I'm gonna say maybe Kids Deserve Rights, because I think that it is a really good sister movie, and kids deserve to see that. Okay, sisters deserve to see that that representation. All right. Okay, next we have Fun and Fancy Free. I freaking love this movie. Okay, one of my qualifications for this was that it had to be like Disney Productions, and it could not be one of those movies that has like half human, half animation. This one, however, does have human interaction in it, because it's like an anthology, and so in between the movies there's like a man IRL with like a dummy, I don't remember, a ventriloquist dummy, and they're like talking. So I did bend the rules a little bit, but that's because I love this movie so much. Fun and Fancy Free, that's my childhood. I had this on VHS. I watched it so many times, and I would become a Disney adult over it, I fear. Next we have The Great Mouse Detective. I did not like this one. I thought it was very boring. Who's the bad guy? Oh, I think I remember the bad guy being pretty cool. I don't know if I'm getting this one mixed up with another one, because there was one day where I watched like 7 Disney movies in one day, so they kind of muddled a little bit, I won't lie. Is it bad enough for Walt to roll in his grave? I don't think so. I don't think it is. I'm wondering which one of these actually will go there. Okay. Anyway, Hercules. Yeah, I'm booking that resort. That is top 3 Disney movies for me. Like, Cinderella is definitely up there. Hercules 100% is up there. All right. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I think I would drop Cinderella just a little bit, because there are 2 others on here that would make my top 3, because they are just like that amazing. Okay, Home on the Range. All right, here we go. Listen, I think that this one is very well beloved for a lot of people, and this is why I gave that disclaimer of I'm sorry if I shit on your childhood favorite classic Disney movie. This was not for me. I did not like this. Watching it for the first time in the year of 2025, no. Okay, it was insufferable. It took a lot of my patience to get through it, let's just say that. Ichabod Crane and Mr. Toad. Okay, listen, when I watch this movie, I am not watching it for Mr. Toad. As cute and iconic as he is, as much as I love his story, I am here for my tall, skinny boy, Ichabod Crane. I love this hungry man so much, and you bet your bottom dollar I would book an Ichabod Crane resort at Disney World with the Headless Horseman and Katrina. It's just a short, like, it's only like 40 minutes long, 30 minutes long. It's such a good little movie. I watched it a lot as a kid. There was even like a Halloween party, or maybe it was my brother's birthday party, where we watched this at his birthday party. It was like an Ichabod Crane. There was a lot of Ichabod Crane things going on in that birthday party. I remember that. James and the Giant Peach. This one isn't that good. Like, I won't lie. I thought I was gonna really like it because it gave Tim Burton vibes, but watching it for the first time like 2 or 3 years ago, I wouldn't say kids. Ooh, well, it is a nice kids movie. It's a little spooky though. I'm just gonna keep it here. That's how I feel. Lady and the Tramp is so cute. I wouldn't become a Disney adult over it, but I'm really glad that it was made, and I really enjoy it. I love these little doggies so much. Like, they're so freaking cute. So it's very mid-tier for me. Lilo and Stitch. You are looking at the #1 biggest Lilo and Stitch fan right here. Okay, no one even come for that title, because I've had it since I was 4, maybe. I don't know how old I was when this movie came out, but I would book a resort. In fact, I live at the resort. In fact, I live and have been living at the Lilo and Stitch resort my entire life. So get like me. Next, Mars Needs Moms. Literally no explanation needed. He's rolling deservedly in his grave right now for this movie. Meet the Robinsons. I actually kind of really like this one. There's like a little plot twist in it that I thought was really cute, and I don't think that enough Disney movies have plot twists in them. Like, they're pretty formulaic. You know, there's the bad guy, here's the good guy. The twist was cute. I would say kids deserve rights with this one because it was fun. I had a good time watching it. And the side characters weren't insufferable, which is my problem with a lot of Disney movies, I will say. Moana is good. I like the music in Moana a lot. Like, Lin-Manuel Miranda, he pops off. I won't lie. He's kind of never not popped off for me, as cringy as he is and as much people like to make fun of him online. I probably won't ever be doing that because I think he's actually really talented. But Moana, I'd say kids deserve rights because I wouldn't become a Disney adult over her. It's not my kind of thing. Like, definitely if I had kids, this would be their #1 movie. Like, this would be their favorite movie because I would make sure of that because I think it's that good for kids, but for me, no. Okay. Mulan, yeah, I've booked that resort and I'm on the plane right now on the way to the Mulan resort at Disney World Orlando, Florida. Okay, I love Mulan so much. That is such a great movie. What is this, Oliver and Company? You guys, this was not that good. I actually really hated it. Like, I saw it as a kid and I think I remember liking it as a kid. It's a play on Oliver Twist, which I really do like that story, and I really actually need to like read it for the first time ever, the like actual classic. But this movie is not good. I think that I remember the animation being really confusing, and I didn't like any of the characters. I really didn't. They bothered me and I felt uncomfortable the whole time watching it. I was like, this is a kid's movie. I didn't like it. Peter Pan is so good. I would definitely become a Disney adult for Peter Pan. Would I book the Peter Pan? Yeah, duh. Captain Hook's there. Okay, obviously. I love me a villain and I love me a Captain Hook. Okay. Pinocchio. I'd become a Disney adult over Pinocchio. This is another movie that gave me anxiety as a kid. This is a very scary kids movie, okay? It's very well made, great message. It started the whole When You Wish Upon a Star, which is like Disney's trademark at this point. Yeah, Pinocchio is iconic. I love Pinocchio. Pocahontas, I think that this is actually one of the most beautiful movies of all time. I wouldn't become a Disney adult over it, and especially like the way that they actually handled it. Like, John Smith, go screw yourself. I freaking hate you so much. And the way that they try to play this off as a romance, don't ever look at me again, Walt Disney. Go roll in your grave some. Pisses me off. But I do think that this movie actually is very beautiful. The music is really good. Like, the animation is beautiful is what I'm talking about. The colors, like, there's so many moments where so much is happening in the sky while characters are down on the ground doing stuff. Gorgeous, gorgeous animation. So I would say the kiddies deserve some rights with that one. The Princess and the Frog, actually so cute. Like, I love the New Orleans setting. I think that's really cute, and I love all of their accents a lot. I love the music. It feels very authentic to New Orleans as well, and this is coming from a girl like who's never been in Louisiana a day in her life, so like take that with a grain of salt. But I think that it's a really cute story. I could totally see myself becoming a Disney adult over it, because I've always loved the story of Princess and the Frog as well. Like, that fairy tale is very, like, I grew up reading that over and over again, so I do really enjoy this movie. Raya, is this called Raya and the Last Dragon, or just Raya and the Dragon? I think it's Raya and the Last Dragon. This movie is so good. Raya and the Last Dragon, I watched it like last year for the Oscars, and it was so good. I'm gonna say I'd book a resort, because there's dragons in it. Like, that's got to be a cool ass resort, and I think the movie was just like banging, like super cool, super girl power, and like not a cringy way at all. I really enjoyed it. The Rescuers, literally one of the saddest movies of my entire life. Like, watching this as a kid broke me. I can't talk about it. I literally will get choked up. It is such a good movie. I don't want to become a Disney adult about it, because it's literally like, I feel like crying right now just thinking about it. So I'm gonna put it in a middle tier, because I physically can't handle it. Next we have Return of Jafar. So this is the Aladdin sequel, and it was bad. I'm gonna say it's a bad... I don't know, because I think Walt deserves to roll in his grave for it, but I'll say it's a bad world after all, okay? It's definitely not as bad as Mars Needs Moms, okay? Next we have Robin Hood. I love Robin Hood. I would definitely become a Disney adult for Robin Hood. I would do a lot of things for Robin Hood. All right, next we have Sleeping Beauty. No, I am booking the Sleeping Beauty resort at Disney World Orlando, Florida right now, okay? I'm on the plane. The plane ticket has been booked. This movie is gorgeous. It is one of the most fairy tale-esque Disney movies ever, and I love the way that they made this. Like, I could watch this movie all day. I could have this in the background of my house like all day, just as like ambient noise. That's how much I love Sleeping Beauty. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Okay, I get it. It's iconic. I don't think it's good, but it's iconic. And the witch, the evil witch, who was the fairest of them all, that is so iconic. Like, this movie just like screams iconicity, okay? And for that, the kids deserve rights, I would say. Next we have Strange World. I actually really enjoyed the premise of this. Like, the whole story of like where they are and figuring all that out was really cool. I won't spoil it for you. If you haven't seen it, you definitely should give this movie a watch. I think it's really underrated. I would say the kids deserve rights. I wouldn't become a Disney adult over it. It's not as great as, you know, Fun and Fancy Free, but it actually was really clever and original, honestly, for Disney, definitely. It's one of their newer ones. I think it came out last year. Okay. The Sword in the Stone. I love this movie. Would I become a Disney adult over it? I think I would. I really like a lot of this movie, and this was a movie I watched a lot growing up. I think it was my brother's favorite movie, and I associate this movie with him a lot, and so that makes me smile, and I love that for him and me. Okay, I'm gonna say I'd become a Disney adult for Sword in the Stone. Tangled is extremely iconic, okay? It holds like the same kind of iconic feel that Snow White does. And honestly, I would book a Tangled resort, but I don't love it like that. Like, it's not a favorite movie like that. But I think that I would become a Disney adult over Tangled, you know? The music's really good. The bad guy's really good. Her mom is really good. The animation of her hair, oh my god, don't get me started. And the Lantern Festival, like, that has become a thing. Like, that was not a thing for regular white girls in America, okay? But now we're all doing it. All right, Tarzan. Oh, I don't know if I would book the Tarzan Resort. Like, the soundtrack alone makes me want to say that, but this is another movie that actually gives me a lot of anxiety. Like, as a kid, I can't tell you why, but just know that this movie, whenever we would put it on, I would feel so anxious while watching it. I think for that alone, it prevents me from booking a resort at Disney World. But I would become a Disney adult over because I really do love this movie, and there's nothing like the Phil Collins soundtrack to it. Like, there literally isn't. I know that everyone talks about it, and I know I've said it like 3 or 4 times already in this video, but it really is that good. Next, we have The Hunchback of Notre Dame. I watched this for the first time ever this month, and what the hell? This is a kids movie? Like, this was allowed. This is rated G. That's the thing that fucked me up. Like, it's not even rated PG. That's crazy. This movie, I didn't like it. Like, it made me extremely uncomfortable. I understand, like, the overall story of it is very good, very inspiring, and cute even. No, it's not cute. Why would I say that? It's not cute at all. Part of me wants to say it's a bad world after all, because I really did not have a good time watching it. I'm gonna stick to my guns. It's a bad world after all with Notre Dame, because that was terrifying. That was not a good experience. The Jungle Book. Okay, I have strong feelings about the Jungle Book because Shere Khan was literally just being a cat. Like, he was just being this type, like screw off, like it's a human boy. Like, what do you mean? You know what I mean? I think that the music is really good. I would say Kids Deserve Rights because I do really enjoy this movie, but like also I don't feel a lot of sympathy for Mowgli, I won't lie. Sorry. Okay, next we have The Lion King. I grew up not liking this movie. Okay, I thought it was like super overrated. Whenever one of my siblings picked it as the movie to watch, I'd be like, ugh, and like not want to watch it. Okay, I'd rather be reading a book than watch The Lion King again. But when I rewatched it, it's kind of iconic. Like, I kind of actually really fall into that category now of liking Lion King, whereas my whole life I've grown up not liking The Lion King. And I would say the kids deserved rights. Yeah, they were onto something with that. Like, they were definitely ahead of the curve. Well, they were part of the curve, and I was below the curve, and now I'm part of the curve now because I get it now. I enjoy The Lion King. Okay, maybe I will go see it on Broadway. All right, The Little Mermaid. I love the music in this movie so much. I would also become a Disney adult over it because she's really pretty. Like, seriously, that alone makes me want to do it. And also just like the whole story of it, like Ursula's really cool, and her like losing her voice for love. Like, I love things like that. Okay, I love sacrifices for love in stories. I think that that is just so strong. And yeah, I'd become a Disney adult over The Little Mermaid. Okay, The Wild. Deservedly he's rolling. Deservedly he's running laps in that grave. All right, Tinkerbell. This technically, it was a Disney Toons production. It was not a Disney animation production, but I'd never seen it and I wanted to. And it made me want to watch all the others, I won't lie. So I'm gonna say maybe the kids deserve rights. Like, I did kind of just want to sit down and watch a bunch of Tinkerbell and Barbie movies that whole day, and I couldn't, and I was sad about it, and I wanted to do it just because of how good Tinkerbell kind of was. So yeah, I'm gonna put it there. It felt like you were a little kid in 2010 watching that movie, and I like that feeling. Treasure Planet. Okay, I actually finally watched this for the first time last night, and while Jim Hawkins is very cute and I would have totally had a crush on him as a kid, it's not a good movie, you guys. Like, I did not like the story. What the hell was going on? There was no explanation of like what kind of world we lived in. Why were some of them humans? Why were some of them frogs? And then some of them were cyborgs, but then also some of them were robots, but then some of them were like different creatures, but we never like learned anything about the world that we were living in. We were just like dropped into it and supposed to like accept it. And for me, that's not enough. That's not good storytelling. So I would put it in It's a Bad World After All. Sorry. All right, we are almost done here. Next we have Wish. This is like, you know, their iconic 100 years in the making movie that came out last year to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Disney. And I think that while it's not very good, it's also not that bad, okay? You guys are just haters. You guys just hate Disney, and so you want to hate anything that Disney puts out. And I don't blame you. Like, granted, I don't blame you at all, okay? I see the argument and I understand the conversation, but this was not that bad, okay? I really liked the storybook like animation. I liked that the animation looked different. That was definitely new for Disney, and I love when Disney does something new, okay? I like that the bad guy was actually a real villain. Like, he was very evil and had evil intentions, and I feel like Disney kind of falls off from that from time to time. I feel like Disney tries to make their villains like, I don't know, maybe not necessarily nice, but maybe you have like a little sympathy for them, or you have like an understanding of where they're coming from, because they don't want to make this really evil person for kids to look at or look up to possibly. So they're very shy for making very evil characters. But Wish, the bad guy, was like bad. Like, he was a very bad guy from the very beginning, and I really appreciated that. I was like, let's bring back antagonists, let's do it. So I'm gonna say The Kids Deserve Rights because I had a fine middle tier time watching it, okay? Next, we have Wreck-It Ralph. I liked Wreck-It Ralph. The more I thought about it, the more I liked it. I even upped my rating. I originally gave it 3 stars, and then I was like, you know, actually, this was kind of good. And so I gave it 3.5. I think the animation is really fun. The side characters are really good. That was the main reason why I liked this movie so much, is that the side characters were very good. Would I become a Disney adult over it, though? I don't think so. I think I'm really glad that it exists. I'm glad it's there for the kids, but I wouldn't become a Disney adult over it. Zootopia, however, I would become a Disney adult over Zootopia. That movie was so fun, and I had so much fun watching it. I love the characters, I love the story, I love like the message behind it and everything. And it was like my favorite animated movie of whenever this came out. I remember there were a couple of animated movies, and I just really love Zootopia so much. And I never pick the Disney movie, okay? Like, I never go out of my way to watch a Disney movie or really expect myself to enjoy it. But yeah, this is the final tier. Like, this is it. I've done it, okay? I have tier ranked 61 animated Disney movies. What do you guys think? Tell me your thoughts. Where did I go wrong? What favorite classic childhood Disney movie did I shit on for you? I'm so sorry to do that. Like I said, this is my opinion, and I 100% ask you to do the same so that you can put your opinion out online, because this is mine, okay? I'm booking a resort at Disney World right now. I love all of these movies. Like, these are all kind of like 5-star movies for me, 100%. I love all of them. I fear I'm becoming a Disney adult. These are like 4 stars. Like, I love all these movies. I would rewatch them anytime. If like my nieces ever wanted to watch these, if I was ever like babysitting my nieces, these were the kind of movies I would suggest we put on, okay? Maybe Kids Deserve Rights. It's middle tier. It's all right. Some of these are okay. They kind of bothered me, but I also like appreciated them, or maybe they had a good message that I appreciate, or maybe they're just like a little iconic, like Snow White, okay? It's a bad world after all. These aren't good, all right? These movies are not good. Like, let's be honest with each other. These are not as good as, you know, freaking The Emperor's New Groove or Lilo and Stitch, okay? Don't lie to me. And then What Will Be Rolling in His Grave. These 4 movies are the worst of the worst. They are bad. I did not enjoy them. They were not animated well. They freaked me out. They grossed me out. I did not like them. All right, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you are a returning viewer of mine, thank you so much for clicking on another video of mine. I really do appreciate your support. Thank you so much. If you are new to this channel, consider subscribing so you don't miss any tier ranking videos, any book videos that I do, any film videos that I do in the future. And if you like this video, give it a like. Thank you again so much for watching. Mwah. I will see you in the next one. Bye!